Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Lendo2K here. We're just going to do a quick trade review on a market maker buy model here on ES that we took today. We took it on futures as well as options on May 2nd, 2023. So what I'm looking for here in this model is an SMT within the smart money reversal. So we have our smart money reversal in here. You can see ES failed to make a lower low, while NQ did in fact make a lower low. So that's your first clue that price may be getting ready to bottom and reverse to go higher. Second, you have this intermediate term high here, right here, because it bounced, repriced into this fair value gap. So price trades through it with a fair value gap. So when price returns, here is where I entered. You can see buy 3 contracts at 41.30, which is right at the top of this fair value gap. So the trade idea I was looking for was something like this. Stop below these lows here and take profit above this high here. So you get about 4R here in about 30 to 40 minutes. So that is the trade idea. This here we'll just put here as our stop loss so we don't have the thing covering up all of the candles. So here is where we enter. Price moves away, pulls back again to accumulate more longs within this fair value gap. And this is my partial here. And the reason I take partials here is because we have buy side liquidity resting above this high as well as this high. So I want to take some of the trade off as it's going in my favor, right? This helps psychologically. So instead of like jamming up my stop loss every time as it's moving higher, then I would rather just take some off. And then if it does pull back a little bit, it's much easier to do that psychologically, at least for me, from my experience. And you don't get trail stopped out as often before you hit your targets, right? So instead of jamming my stop up, I would take some off here, and then I would trail my stop below this low. And then when my second partial gets hit here, I would probably just move my stop to break even for the last contract. So on this first one here, it went for about 5.25 points above this high. And the second one here, price just pushed straight to it for about 7.5 points on that contract. And then price pulls back into this fair value gap, creates sell side liquidity below this low, and you can see it pushed almost into the target, and then it pulled deeper back. So what's happening here is the algorithm is engineering more liquidity above all of these highs now, because now you have equal highs or relative equal highs. So now there's more liquidity up here, and then you also have people thinking, retail-minded traders thinking, okay, this could be a double top. Let me go short here with my stop above here. You have breakout traders waiting to go long when it breaks through this high. So let's say anyone who takes that double top, they get a little bit of a move here. Price just goes down into this old SIBI that I have drawn out here. So this will be an inversion. So when price trades through this SIBI, you would expect it to act as support if it comes back to test it. As well as you have a fair value gap within here, and you also have true resistance turn support here. So you have 3 more reasons. So this could have even been an add to go to your final target, right? Like the 5-point trades that ICT talks about, this could be one of them. You would have your entry in here somewhere, and then you would take it off as you go through this high. So on this last contract, it went for about 10.75 points, and that was that trade. So pretty clean trade. And we also took this on options on SPY here. So here's that same fractal. If you don't know what SPY is, it's just an ETF of the S&P 500, which is basically ES. So except it only trades during New York hours. So you can trade options on this via the same thing you're seeing on the futures chart, basically. You just have to look to see your strike. So in the same entry here, we took the 411 calls, which 411 is here. Let me just draw a price line. So this would be We took the option expiring today of the 411 call at the same entry that we took here on futures. So when price moves through here, I'm taking the same partials on options as I am on futures. And I have a screenshot somewhere in here where it was like 100%, so that's double your money. I'll pop that up on screen now. So essentially you can use ES and SPY to trade options and futures simultaneously. You know, whatever works best for you. But that's what I like to do, at least on some of my trades where I feel like I'm in a really clean trade. I'll usually take some options on it as well as playing the futures. So hopefully you learned something in this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, follow me over on Twitter, posting trades there always, every day, trade ideas, psychology tips, anything like that. So be sure to follow me over there. And until next time, be safe.